Hello, welcome to Leonor's Sweet Creations. Today I'm in Düsseldorf, Germany, at Faeimm's home, and she's going to make a traditional Malaysian treat called coconut candy. Hi Faeimm, thanks for having me here.
Hi Leonor, welcome.
Faeimm is the founder of Food Explorers, a community of food lovers in the Rhein-Neckar region, which organizes regularly cooking sessions with its international members. I will leave the link down below in the video description, so if you live in the Rhein-Neckar region, you can become a member and participate in these international cooking sessions. So Faeimm, tell us a bit about the recipe and why you chose to make this one for us.
Coconut candy is one of my favorite treats when I was a schoolgirl in Malaysia. It's very easy to make, so we get a lot of this at school fundraising projects. So let's start making it.
Yes.
Hello, today we are going to make coconut candy. We will need 500 grams of sugar, 340 ml of evaporated milk, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of butter, 1 teaspoon of coloring, and about 250 grams of fresh shredded coconut. If you cannot find fresh coconut, you can also use desiccated coconut. So you heat a deep pan and pour the milk into it. And you have to wait for the milk to come to a boil before you add in the sugar, the salt and the butter. So it's a good idea to stir it so that the milk doesn't burn and get stuck to the bottom of the pan. So the sugar goes in now, and we're going to stir it until everything melts. In the meantime, we can also add the salt and the butter. So now we're going to stir until everything melts, everything dissolves, and then we're going to add the coconut. Now the milk mixture looks very creamy now. It's important that you keep stirring so that you break up whatever lumps. If you see any lumps, you can just use your spatula and just break them up. Now you're ready to put in the coconut. So once the coconut is in, you just have to stir to mix it up. And it's important to keep stirring. And depending on how hot the pan is, you probably need about 40 to 45 minutes before this whole thing thickens up. Too hard, then it's probably too hot. Then you can turn the heat down a little bit so that it doesn't get burned. So you know that the coconut candy is almost ready. When you stir, you can start seeing the bottom of the pan. So just scrape away any brown patches that form. It's a good idea to use a non-stick pan. Makes cleaning up easier afterwards. So the coconut candy is almost ready. As you can see, it's got a beautiful golden color and it's quite difficult to stir. So what I'll do now, I'll turn the heat down to very low. And there's one way to test if the coconut candy is ready. You get a glass of water and drop a blob in there. Oh yeah, I think it's ready. It doesn't even come off. If it doesn't disintegrate, then it's ready. When the coconut candy is ready, get a casserole, butter it, or you can also use a rectangle or a square cake form. And at this point, if you like to have some color in your candy, you can add it. Once the candy is ready, you can just scoop it out into a buttered casserole or a pan if you want to have one that's rectangular in shape or square. Make sure you smooth it out, tamp it down, and flatten it so that you have a flat surface. So once the coconut candy is flattened, set it aside to cool to room temperature. Once the coconut candy has cooled to room temperature, I cut lines into it so that the pieces can be easily removed later on. Now you can take the coconut candy and put it into the refrigerator to cool down further.
So let's try, Faeimm. It's done.
So, what do you think?
Very delicious. My kids will love that. I will take some home, right?
Sure.
Yes. I hope you liked it, and if you are in the Rhein-Neckar region and you want to subscribe to this Food Explorers experience, contact Faeimm. The link will be down below, and make part of this community where I make part as well. And let's cook together. I hope to see you next week. Subscribe my channel and like my video. Bye bye.
Bye.